Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I'm so excited that you decided to join me here today for a little bit of a different video. We're doing we're going to call it a current household, I think. I think that's what we're going for. Now, it's not so much a current household in the sense that it's really my off-camera legacy. Like, I am trying to do a super extensive legacy. I'm trying to see how many generations I can play, and I am just trying to enjoy the ride, get to know my Sims, tell stories. I don't know, it's super fun. I have been telling this story over on Tumblr. If you guys did not know, I use Tumblr very actively for this off-camera legacy, so I'll put the link down below if you want to check it out. But this is the Lamarck legacy. That is just the last name of the Sims that started this legacy. And I'm on Gen 3, and this is Tyler, our Gen 3 heir. Her name is actually Tyler Lamarck Munch. Do I have to make an adjustment in Create a Sim? Yes, I do indeed. But let me give you the lowdown here. Now, in a couple of hours, all of these Sims down here will be home, and I can introduce you to all of them. But to kind of kick it off, let's just look at the family tree, okay? And yes, I do have Wicked Whims in my game. I will call it out again. I don't care. I won't be judged, all right? I use it as a pose player. It's actually super convenient. Anyway, so this might actually be, that's a little bit difficult to see. Let me see if I can fix it a little bit. That's a little bit better. Okay. So we started off with Milo Lamarck here. Now, I typically play with female identifying Sims because I do indeed identify as female, and therefore I connect very strongly with my female Sims. However, I wanted to challenge myself when I started this legacy, and I thought, why don't I start with a male identifying Sim? And that is what I did. And so I created Milo. He had like serious dad bod. I love the guy. He was an engineer. He was into robotics. He had a robot called Irving as basically his bestie that he lived with until he got married to Margot, who he met down in Copperdale. That is where Gen 1 kind of started. And now they had Tilda. So they had one child. Tilda, I actually started playing with her probably around like teenagehood. She was a teenager, I believe, so the Gen 2 heir, Tilda, and she had a pretty long stint in the legacy, though I think Tyler's here is the longest that I have done thus far. And I find that super interesting. Now, I was heavily inspired to do gameplay like this by another Plum Bob's Lacey legacy. You need to go look at it now. I think he's on Gen 11. I want to say it's Gen 11. Like, he's really far into it and he's still going with the story. It's amazing. And then also Whimsy Alien, her Polaris legacy, pretty much has my whole heart. I believe she is currently on Gen 3 as well. And her storytelling and just like all the poses that she does for her screenshots, amazing. Another Plum Bob does a lot more gameplay shots than even pose shots, it seems. But still, the storytelling is great. And I've learned so much from those two creators specifically to find new ways to spark gameplay ideas for myself. So some things that I picked up from them is exploring either an aspiration, a career, or a world, just something new, maybe even like a pack if you wanted to go that route, with every generation. So for Milo, we explored robotics. That was the big thing. And we played in Copperdale because that was a new world at the time when I started this legacy. Tilda was really into like aliens and space and science, and she ended up living in Oasis Springs. And now we're here with Tyler. Now, she has been a paranormal investigator since she graduated high school and became a young adult, and she now lives in San Sequoia. I'm going to be talking a lot here. So with this family tree, she married Wolfgang Munch. Yes, Wolfgang Munch, i.e. a townie from Get Together, and he was in the Renegades. Wolfgang had a stint in prison in my legacy. Now he's a cop. I don't know if that would actually happen if you have a felony. I don't know, but we're just going for fun storytelling here, okay? Now, Tyler also does have a half-sister named Tallulah. Unfortunately, her dad and her mother, her dad was Cade, who was Tilda's high school sweetheart. They have both passed away at this point from old age, so they are no longer with us, which is unfortunate. I put aging on and off when I play my legacy because I have a lot of story to tell. And Freya, oh my gosh, I'm already starting to mix up the names. Tyler and Wolfgang have 4 children. The first 2 they had were Freya and Finnan. They are twins. And then, because I have some mods in my game and I wasn't paying attention, we had a few oopsie babies, and they had Fiona, and then Fox is our littlest one here, who Tyler is actually home with currently. He is a toddler at the moment. He just became a toddler, thank goodness, because he was a handful as an infant. Now they live here. It was just Winterfest, by the way, yesterday. We have to take down our Winterfest decorations, but they live in San Sequoia right here in this beautiful home by Simlicy. It was the perfect size for this family, and I always do this. I don't know about you guys, but I don't typically build the houses that I play in. Not all the time. Sometimes I do, but more often than not, I don't. And I try to get other people's houses because I don't like playing in my own. I would say, yeah, I'd say more often than not, I don't enjoy it. So I thought this was perfect. And yeah, Tyler is actually home with Fox. She's been able to stay home with the kids a lot because of her freelance career as a paranormal investigator. It's been super convenient, but Wolfgang does have kind of the standard 9 to 5. And all the kids are at school at this point. When they were all young, like when I kind of picked up this legacy again, because I took a little bit of a hiatus, if you've been following the story on Tumblr. The twins were toddlers when I left off, but when I jumped back in, I kind of did a bit of a time jump, and the toddlers were now kids. But then we had Fiona and Fox as like infants and toddlers and stuff like that at the same time. It was a lot. It was a little bit too much for me. So at the moment, Tyler does actually, she's still in the Renegades. I have some stuff to do here. She is not in the Renegades anymore. Neither is Wolfgang. But yeah, she's a paranormal investigator, like I mentioned, but she is taking a little bit of a break from active investigations because she has been writing books. In fact, she just had a really successful book that she wrote and did like a little book tour for, which was something, of course, I had to fake through screenshots and stuff like that, but it was still super fun for me. But yeah, so it's been really fun. So what I did is for Tyler, I'm actually going to have her come over here. Do I want her to make food? No, she can go to the restroom quickly while Fox plays with his little blocks. But what I did is I outlined generational goals for each gen as well. That is something that I did with Tyler and Tilda and Milo, all of the heirs. And when Finnan and Freya become the joint Gen 4 heirs, they will also have identified goals to work towards through their lifetime. So at the moment, the only thing that Tyler hasn't achieved is, well, being a paranormal investigator until elderhood, because she's maintaining her license. That's the important component of this. But I believe she also has to get her knitting skill up to level 10. I want her to max that out, and that's just super convenient because you can make homemade items that you can then offer to the specters. That's what's really great about it. So I'm going to have her knit, I think she's going to knit some sweaters. I want her to make, not herself a sweater, but I'm going to have her make, maybe we'll do, oh, these are all men's sweaters. I don't like that they're gendered. I want like my female Sims in this one anyway. Maybe she'll make one for Freya. Freya loves pastels, loves pink. I think she'll like this. So we'll have Tyler work on that as well. But there has been some drama in my legacy. I don't always have drama, but I think that Tyler and Wolfgang's story and just their entire relationship has been full of drama and family feuds and contentious times, but it's also been super passionate. I really, really enjoyed it. I've been really attached to Gen 3, and I don't really know why that is. I've noticed that my storytelling has gotten lengthier and more detailed as I've moved forward with the gens as well. I don't know why. It's just kind of happened. Maybe because I feel more bonded. There's more history to those Sims. Because when you start out with a single Sim, you kind of have to make up the backstory, which isn't the end of the world, but I don't know, it's more tangible when you've got that history to really work off of. So I don't know, that's why I felt more attached to Tyler, I think, and her Gen, and like her and Wolfgang are just, they're just the loves of my life. I love them so much. And speaking of everybody, well, at least the kids are about to come home from school. We're not going to invite anybody over from school. I want to just introduce you to all the kids. Oh, Freya, of course, she's embarrassed. Are you kidding? She is a princess. I'm just saying. I know it might be a little bit of a gendered stereotype, but she really is. So this, up. Nope. I hit the wrong button. Oh, I can't stand myself sometimes. So this is Finnan. He's basically Wolfgang's twin. I cannot lie. He really likes fun patterned shirts and stuff. Like he's wearing this one with the flamingos. He's got a few others that he has for everyday outfits. I think he's dashing. Wait, where are his shoes? He's got like these cool little sneakers too. I don't know. And then this is Freya, his twin sister. Again, kind of a drama queen. She's a little bit posh. She really, really loves pastel colors. And she's a little bit moody. She looks a little bit more like her mother. I don't know, they really are twins, but she really resembles Tyler and Finnan really resembles Wolfgang. And then where's our other one? Hello? There she is. Now this little nugget, the genetics in The Sims are wild because this is Fiona. Now you see her little freckles. She has had those since she was an infant. When she became an infant, she had those little freckles and she has kept them through toddlerhood and childhood. I didn't have to do a single thing. I was thrilled. She also has blonde hair naturally, just like Fox, which, or I should say, who? Let's look at little Fox really quickly as well. This little angel. Look, he has the same freckles and he has different colored eyes. So that's what's been so interesting about this. The first two, the twins, they had black hair. They had kind of like a darker complexion like Tyler. And it makes sense because black hair is dominant. It is a dominant hair color. So they had black hair. And then the two younger ones had bleach blonde hair just like their dad, just naturally. It shocked me so much. And then the fact that Fox had the same exact freckles as his older sister Fiona, he kept them from infanthood now into toddlerhood as well, which it just blew my mind. I was so surprised when I saw that, but everybody's home and it is season, what is it, season premiere? Yeah, it's season premiere right now, so I'm gonna have everybody just watch season premiere so we can knock out that holiday tradition. I do have a custom calendar that I've established for my Sims here, but I don't always adhere to it. I really do it for kind of gameplay inspiration. So, you know, we've got spring cleaning, we do have bunny day, I've got love day, pizza night, which is only like once a season. Why did I do that? I also have Pride, and then I've got Simdependence Day, Spooky Day, Harvest Fest. National Pancake Day is kind of fun. And like I said, we just had Winterfest and Winterfest Eve. We also have New Year's Eve coming up as well. But I am just starting to get to know all of these Sims too, which I think it's the most fun part for me. Yeah, I think it's the most fun part because with all these kids, especially because the last two were oopsie babies. They were oopsie babies. They were unexpected. I was not planning for them in any capacity. And that made it difficult for me at first to kind of connect with them. But it also was difficult to connect with Finnan and Freya when they became like kids and then teens because I was so used to them as toddlers. I'm more connected to Tyler because I was with her from the second she was born in this game. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it, but it takes time to kind of bond with your Sims, I think, especially when they start having Sims of their own little kids here. Also, I just need to point out that I am one of those people. Look at these pictures, okay? Let's just take a peek. This is Freya and Finnan as toddlers. They were so cute. And then up here, so from right to left, we have Cade, and then we have Tilda, our heir, right? Those are Tyler's parents. And then that is Tyler as a young adult with the two kiddos. And then to the left, the far left, is her half-sister, Tallulah, who's an alien because Tilda was abducted and ended up having Tallulah as a little alien baby. So that's her half-sister. Fun fact. Very cool. Another family photo from when they were younger. Again, her parents have passed away now, so these are very special. And then this was Tyler and Tallulah when they were kiddos with their parents. Like, look at how cute Tyler was. She was so cute. And then here, this is pretty much when I picked up my legacy again because I took a little bit of a break. So this is Tyler and Wolfgang with Freya and Finnan when they were just kids. And that's a really bad quality phone photo from when Wolfgang was about to go to prison or was in prison. And Tyler was pretty much ready to pop with the twins. If you want all the juicy details, you're gonna have to go check out my Tumblr and read through Gen 3. I love doing stuff like this so much. Like my gameplay is very mundane. When I'm doing LPs, I've got stories to tell, but sometimes, even in my off-camera legacy here, where I am grabbing screenshots to tell stories on Tumblr, a lot of my gameplay is just this. Like, it's just the mundane, everyday tasks. Also, Wolfgang just got home. He just got home from work. I'm actually going to have him run to the restroom and then take a shower because he's really uncomfortable at the moment. I don't want him being too cranky pants, but he's coming through the door. I'm going to have Fox just play with his blocks quickly. He's really sad about a potty error, a potty mistake. Poor kid. Poor kid. And Finnan, what did he just do? He just did something. Did I miss a notification? No, I didn't. I actually didn't. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. My gameplay is usually like really mundane like this. I love when like the kids just sit around and talk while they do their homework and stuff like that. Oh, I have to clear my notification wall. Just give me a second. There we go. Now, getting to know the kids a little bit too, like Finnan he is kind of a prankster. He's kind of a prankster. He always was as a kid, and he loves comedy now. He likes to do stand-up. He does a little bit of acting too. Like he's a very theatrical sim. And I don't know, I just feel like the way that he dresses and everything like that, he kind of pushes those stereotypes. And that's something that I try to do too, even though sometimes stereotypes are literally just who someone is, like Freya. Look at that, Finnan likes jokes. How convenient. Yes, he does. But Freya is like your stereotypical girly girl. She just is. It is just the way she is. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And I'm just going to embrace it. And we're also going to set this table for dinner because Fiona just finished her homework. But Fiona over here is a quirky little nugget. She's a little bit of a troublemaker like Finnan was when he was a kid. He wasn't too much of a troublemaker, I guess. I don't know. He really just teased Freya a lot. They didn't really get along as kids, and now they get along a lot more. He's a lot more supportive of her. And Fiona is just like a little vandal. I don't know how else to say it. Like in my legacy, I thought it was just really cute because she was looking really maniacally at the Winterfest tree. And I was like, I bet she wants to knock that over. Like that was my first thought. I'm like, I bet she wants to knock that over. She wants to knock all those ornaments off the tree. I just feel like she's going to be a bit of a menace, and I'm fine with that. I just think it's super interesting to kind of think about the characters. And so since we haven't really discovered her interests yet, she does play violin, she plays piano and stuff, because, you know, you got to explore a ton of different interests when you're just a kiddo. But Freya loves to paint, and she's very active on Social Bunny as well. And like I said, Finnan loves jokes and he loves theater and stuff like that. I think that perhaps we'll get Fiona into Scouts or something, just to kind of burn off some of that energy that she constantly has. And look at poor Wolfgang. He's so tired. He's so tired. He's having a rough time. I'm going to move this because I want him to be able to sit here, actually. I love it. I love these family meals as well. I try to do it as much as I can because it is difficult. They eat their meals really quickly sometimes. So like Tyler's already done. Everybody else is talking, but Wolfgang's going to ask his kiddos about their days. And Tyler's actually just kind of picking up some of those plates, which is really nice. And it looks like Wolfgang and Freya have a supportive family dynamic. This is actually a shift for them because Freya was feeling left out recently because she wasn't getting a lot of attention from her dad, but she didn't say anything. So I'm going to say yes now. That's so sweet. I'm so glad that that change happened. Also, Fox is a little bit hungry. I'm not, and I mean not, I'm absolutely not going to put him in the high chair. I'm just going to put some food out on the counter, and I'll just have him grab a plate of that. That is pretty much where I'm going to leave things. I wasn't planning on like doing anything specific for this video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what family I was playing with, what I was really doing with them, some of their history, maybe a direction that they're going in, just some things that have occurred, and to get to know them a little tiny bit because I am still getting to know especially all of these kiddos at this point because there's so many of them. This is probably the biggest household that I've actually ever played with for a long period of time. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of them in the future as like another current household video, I would be happy to do that. But thank you so much for checking this out. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video. Bye.